Listen, guys, this is Evil Adele. Recording this video for you guys, and remember, this is my opinion, and this is my take based on my experiences and the things that I've seen and paid attention to. So that's where this information is pretty much coming from. Okay, so the topic today is why Americans are going broke. Okay, so a lot of people can relate to this because within the last, what is this, 2023, the last 3 years has been it's been bittersweet. Okay, because there was a lot of people that lost their lives. There was a lot of people that went through a struggle, many struggles we may not even know about or be aware of. Okay. And there was also a lot of people that were successful during the pandemic, whether their business thrived tremendously or they were able to gain some sort of funding relief to help them get on track, or some people even became entrepreneurs during the pandemic. So the pandemic birthed out entrepreneurs, millionaires, sustainability. People were able to afford the things they were never able to afford before. People were able to buy homes. Okay, when in the past they couldn't afford to purchase the home. They didn't have the down payment, the credit, or whatever the case may be. Okay, so and the interest rates. So the interest rates were low, and people were able to do what they needed to do to make it happen. Okay, so and also there was many investment groups, so many investment groups. People investing in bitcoins, cryptocurrency type of stuff. People investing in real estate, all kind of things. And the pandemic also birthed out scammers. Okay. Some people, there was a lot of people that they had money, they wanted to invest because they never wanted to feel the level of poverty or financially strickenness that they felt before the pandemic. So they wanted to possibly invest to keep their revenue stream coming, to keep money coming, to open up doors for opportunities for what do they say? Um, Not financial wealth, but for generational wealth. That's like a thing that they say. So a lot of people were trying to invest to make more and more and more, so that they don't have to feel that brokenness again that they felt before. Okay, and then some people took advantage of that. Some people took advantage of that and became self-proclaimed gurus and things of that title. Some people actually knew the information or knew or were experienced and were able to help people, but some people took advantage of that. So, anywho, so now that a lot of the money that people have invested to become a better them, to evolve, to start these businesses and stuff like that, and got scammed. Now these people who have gotten scammed are low on funds. Even with the DJ Envy alleged situation with him and the real estate scam, him and Caesar Pena. Okay, that alleged situation, and I'm using allegedly. Okay, so many people allegedly lost money in that situation too. So people are like scrambling, like the money isn't moving how it was moving the last 3 years, because 2021 and beginning of 2022. After that, things started slowing down. Okay, so even in the real estate market, traditional realtors like myself, like real estate isn't popping like it was during the pandemic, you know. So a lot of people are grasping for straws or trying to figure out the next move or trying to keep their head above water. Okay? So on top of that, I feel like this is an entire reset. Okay, okay. I know during the pandemic they kept saying this is a reset, this is a reset. We thought during those times, during that the pandemic time was the actual reset. No, it's the other side of the situation. It's the situation that we're in now. It seems like things are being reset. Okay, so look what's going on in the real estate market with NAR, with the National Association of Realtors, being sued. It actually, the verdict came down that the the plaintiffs actually, it turned out in their favor. So basically, the National Association of Realtors have to pay out to a class action lawsuit. So that's another thing. So we don't know what's to come when it comes to that situation. Okay, so the situation is that the situation is that I guess a bunch of sellers got together and did like a complaint and said that why do sellers have to pay the commission of the seller's agent and the buyer's agent? Okay, so that's what the whole big thing was about. The selling the sellers only want to pay their agent the commission. And I guess they're trying to figure out who's going to pay the buyer's agent commission, or are the buyers themselves going to be responsible for paying the commission. So that's like what this whole thing is about. So this is, to me, this is part of the reset, trying to re-regulate, I guess, the real estate, not market, but way about business, seems like to me. And please forgive me if some of the terminology that I'm using is off or whatever, but you pretty much get the gist of it. Okay, so that's one thing. That's another thing that's going on now, that's kind of like getting people like, you know tight on cash and stuff like that. So that's why it's all, especially if you come into this type of business, like a business where you're like a commission driven type of business or a career, it's always best to always put money up for times like this, because you never know, the market change, it's up and down. That's the inevitable when it comes to this type of business. Okay. So and then when it comes to the car business, when it comes, because I know a few people that are into selling cars, or have their broke car, what do you call it, auto broker license and things of that nature, that they're still thriving, they're still doing, the money is still moving. It may not be moving as fast and steady as it did during the pandemic, but it's moving, because remember this, everyone needs a vehicle, especially it depends on what state you're in. If you're in a state like New York, then especially if you're like in the fire boroughs, like how you could actually survive and thrive without a vehicle, without having your own car. Okay, so but say a state like Georgia, you definitely need a car. I don't care what city or town you live in Georgia, you definitely need a vehicle. Okay. Even in Miami, places like that, California, you're gonna always need a car. So they're thriving, but it's not like it was before. I can't say that. And also, a lot of the scammers are being brought down. Uh, allegedly. These, I know I posted some videos on some fake gurus and scammers and stuff like that. Remember, everything on my channel is alleged. Everything is alleged. Okay. So, we're no judge over here. Everybody's innocent until proven guilty, but I like to bring the information to my viewers so they know what's going on. Okay. Because we're about our business over here. Okay. Sorry, I had to take a sip. So yes, so these are some of the things as to why I see Americans are going broke. And on top of that, with inflation, this is just my take. This is just what I'm about to say. It's just my take on things, okay? So don't all the way quote me on it. Okay, I feel like with inflation, I feel like inflation is another way of getting the money back that got pushed out. Maybe there's some truth to that, or maybe that's just my thought process. But I feel like inflation is another way of getting the money back, like getting the taking the money out of the hands of the people and getting it back to, I don't know, corporations or taxes or wherever, So I feel like that's another reset too. Like boost the prices up, and then we get the money, take the money from the people. But something like that. And also when it comes to when it comes to the another side to when it comes to to inflation is that, remember, with supply and demand. Remember, there's a I don't know if it's currently going on, but I know that there was an issue with the supply chain, that there were more demands than items that were coming in. So whenever there's like an issue with supply and demand, remember, it pushes, if there's more of a demand for a product but the product isn't, it's very scarce, meaning limited, then it pushes the price up also. So that has an effect on that too. So just so you know. But yeah, so you know, if this is the first time that you're visiting my channel, I ask that you subscribe. I am a small YouTube channel trying to navigate my way through this YouTube world. So if you can help me out, I would greatly appreciate it. Subscribing, liking this video, going back and watching my previous videos would be very, very helpful. I greatly appreciate it. Remember, when you watch the videos, watch them all the way to the end. Like the videos, leave a comment, okay? And feel free to share them with some colleagues or friends or anybody you think may be interested in the information. Okay? Thank you guys for watching my video. Talk to you soon.